What's going on, you guys? So I was going through Facebook and I ran across this um, link here. I had to click on it because this is kind of scary a little bit. Paradox cancels multiple unannounced games to focus on proven game niches. All right, let's take a look at it. See if it has any weight. Paradox has just canceled multiple games you've never heard about. Publisher has announced investors that it's put several unannounced games on the chopping block to focus on resources and expertise on its proven game niches and projects that better meet the company's requirements on returns and risks. The company has written down the value of these projects at around 135, which is over $15 million. Oh wow, okay. Paradox still has 15 games in development, including Victoria 3, baby, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, console version of Crusader Kings 3, and Shadowrun Trilogy. Oh, my friend's gonna love that. The remaining unannounced projects include a mix of original games and sequels. Ooh. Okay. Paradox Interactive was born and raised in strategy and management game. CEO Frederick Wester says in a press release, "It is where we have our heart and our mind, and we are passionate about making games that our players can enjoy over a long period of time. Therefore, we have sharpened our pipeline further to ensure that the projects with the highest potential have the resources necessary for the best possible development." Wester recently returned as Paradox CEO after Ebba, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that correctly, left the position due to differing views on the company's strategy. Oh. I remember her from the last Paradox event. Shortly after returning to the position, Wester apologized for inappropriate behavior toward an employee at a 2018 meeting. A month ago, a survey revealed that more than two-thirds of women at Paradox have faced gender discrimination at the company. Whoa. Oh, wow. I wouldn't have guessed that or assumed that, since I believe the company is based in, is it Norway or Sweden? Uh, wow. Okay. Wow, I didn't. Wow. So this is real, obviously. Uh, so several games have been canceled. Now, the thing that I'm worried about is I have a feeling, suspicion, that one of the games. I have a feeling that Paradox was seriously considering, or is possibly considering, or in development of a Cold War or modern war kind of Hearts of Iron type game, right? Set in either the Cold War or modern day, right? Uh, I've actually talked to Paradox about this during one of the interviews on my Developer Dialogue podcast. And I remember just talking to them about like the possibility of doing a Cold War game, and one of the developers, the employees that from Paradox that I had on, mentioned the kind of difficulties doing a Cold War versus a World War II kind of game, and but I have a feeling because there was so much push toward a Cold War game in Paradox. I mean, they did East versus West. Like East versus West was a game that was literally almost like I think 90% done, and then it was canceled. Um, and it focused obviously on the Cold War, and it was a great game. In fact, if you scour the open internet, you can actually find the last build of the game. I actually could play it. I actually, if you go through my videos, I actually did, I think, a video on it. And yeah, I mean, it was good. It was great. I really enjoyed it. I'm really concerned about this. I wonder if these multiple games are games that are something that they had no intention of doing, like something maybe like action RPG, that they're focusing mainly on strategy. If that's great, because then we're still possibly getting a Cold War game or more games focused on like that strategy element. But I'm worried that they're putting their resources into the sequels. So Victoria 3, right? Hearts Iron 5, right? EU 5, right? Things like that. I'm concerned that they're not gonna branch out, that they're going to kind of narrow that vision and focus on what works. And I'm hoping that they expand. They're still going at like, what other strategy games can we do? Cold War, a future war, a Hearts of Iron type of game set, 100 years from now or something like that. Something different. Maybe they did Imperator Rome. Oh, we're probably not going to see a sequel to that. That's probably one of the multiple games that has probably been knocked out. Yeah, I have a feeling that could be possibly it. Ah, man. Because if you guys are not familiar, Imperator Rome didn't launch with great reviews. I really enjoyed the game. I gave it a great review. The game now is just absolutely just incredible. I'm actually doing a game on Imperator Rome, just like a solo game, and I just get amazed at how awesome it is. What they did since launch, and now it's like a completely different game. It's amazing, but I have a feeling one of those unannounced several games were on the chopping block. Because proven game niches and projects refers to CK3, it refers to EU, it refers to Hearts Iron, and I'm sure Victoria 3, because everybody wants a Victoria game. I have a feeling that's where they're focusing on, and I haven't played these, so I'm not very familiar with that. But it's interesting. So this Paradox CEO came back from 2018. I think I remember him. I'm more familiar with the one that just left, Ebba. I'm more familiar with her than Wester. And this is a little concerning that he inappropriate behavior. I don't know what that means. Maybe a comment. It could be. I have to look further into that. It could be just a simple comment, but it could be something more. I don't know. I have to look into that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Paradox, both under I think Ebba and Wester, in terms of like production and game development and stuff like that, have been good. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about Paradox, honestly. I think the games that they've been coming out with are just freaking amazing. I just hope one of those games that they're still working on is the East vs West Cold War / modern day kind of game. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Catch you guys in the next one. See you then.